Hi, welcome back to another week of Grace City Kids Online. I'm so glad that you could join us today. This week we're going to be talking about a story in the Bible that tells us about a widow and her offering. We're going to be reading from the book of Mark, chapter 12, verses 41 through 44. And I'll read for us now. Sitting across from the temple treasury, he watched how the crowd dropped money into the treasury. Many rich people were putting in large sums. Then a poor widow came and dropped in 2 tiny coins worth very little. Summoning his disciples, he said to them, "Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others, for they all gave out of their surplus, but she gave out of her poverty, has put everything she had, all she had to live on." Wow, what an incredible story. To be a widow means that your husband is no longer alive. And in Bible times, husbands always provided for their wives. So if you were a widow and you didn't have a husband, you probably didn't have very much money. Imagine that you're in a room full of people and it's time to give whatever you can to the church and to the Lord. And you have 2 pennies, but everyone else has $20. You might feel like 2 pennies is not enough to give. You might feel nervous or embarrassed when it's your turn to get up and put in your 2 pennies, even though everyone else gave a little bit more. And the widow probably felt like this too. She had so much less than what everyone else had. But the Bible tells us that she gave from her heart because she really didn't have anything else to give. She gave the Lord everything she had to live on, and she gave from her heart. And we can see that Jesus saw that too, that the widow gave from her heart, because that's what he tells his disciples. When we give, whether it's offering at church or maybe just letting our siblings play with our toys, we can give from our hearts too. We can trust that the Lord is going to provide for us, even when it seems like maybe we're giving all that we have. The Lord is trustworthy and he always provides. As you go about your week, here are some questions to be thinking about and talking through with your grown-up. And as the questions pop up on the screen, you're welcome to pause and take as much time as you need to answer them. Number 1, what do we see the rich people doing? Number 2, what did the poor widow give? And number 3, why do you think Jesus was most pleased with the widow's offering? We're so glad that you could join us for another week of Grace City Kids Online, and I can't wait to hear about the ways that you're going to give from your heart this week.